so I may know why my stepmom hates me. Oh boy, why? Do tell. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I've been stuck at home for the last month due to a concussion, and during that month I've been doing a lot of thinking about why my stepmom and father hated me so much, and it has to do with my religion. Boo! Already this mom sucks. My religion is Nordic, basically Odin, Loki, Thor, the bunch. From what I understand, a certain symbol in the Nordic religion the Christians see as satanic or something. I accidentally brought it up when we went out one night. It was dinner and we were waiting on our food. The place we were at was doing a trivia sort of thing, and the set of questions was about the Vikings. This show of a conversation ensued. I gave the correct answer 5 times in a row. And we have a bunch of things here. So stepmom is SM. I believe me will just be M. It goes a little something like this.
How do you know so much about this?
Well, I've been reading about it a lot recently.
Okay, why are you studying it?
It seems interesting and it's what I believe in. Already, like the hard question of why...
Why do you know things? Why are you studying? Filling up that brain of yours. Don't you know this family has empty skulls? Head empty, no thoughts. It's the family insignia.
The whole table went quiet. Besides my sister, she was busy humming away and coloring. See, look at your sister. Head empty, no thoughts. She's a shining example of this family and what we stand for.
What the f is wrong with you?
What? I can't believe in what I want to? I'm not your doll, I'm human, and I'm allowed to believe in whatever I want to. That's right, that's right. My stepmom raised a fist to me and my dad just sat there not doing a goddamn thing. She told me we would talk when we got home, and she never talked to me for the rest of the night. She was so angry she couldn't even talk to you. Oh no. I heard her screaming in a drunken rage that night, and after that day everything just changed. Suddenly I got double the amount of responsibilities because you believe in, Odin and Thor? That's so silly. And not silly in like an innocent way. Silly in like a damn, it's so sad that your brain's so tiny kind of way. But with half the freedom, and she would always give me death glares whenever it was her and me alone. What is her beef with Nordic belief? I wasn't allowed to be in my room whenever it was her and me alone too. That's the best thing I could think of for why she hated me so much. I mean, it sounds pretty likely. I hope you got out of there. That sounds horrible. X won the lottery. I want some. Don't we all? Someone recently posted this in the community board. Edit, just for clarification, this is not me. All right, fair enough, but thank you for sharing the story. Hi admins and people of this fair city. I'm after some support and advice. Me and my ex split up approximately 5 years ago. We are on good terms and divorced approximately 4 years ago. We have our children 50-50 and he has since married. Recently, he got a large lotto win in the millions and he's refusing to give me a share. I believe I'm entitled to some of it as I'm still receiving child support from him, and it's unfair that our children don't receive the same comfort of lifestyle when at both homes. The children should be able to have the same comforts at both houses and not feel that dad buys them better gifts and clothes than I can afford. He says it's his money and I ain't getting a cent. How do I convince him he's treating his kids the wrong way? See, because I want the money, but I'm gonna make it seem like it's the kids. Doesn't qualify for choosing beggars, but holy smoke, it sure does take the entitlement cake for the day. Oh no, it really does. She wants to live a high life on his lottery win. I really think winning the lottery is just a lose-lose situation for both the winner, the losers who spent money on the tickets, just everything around them is not a good time if you win the lottery. It gets real complicated. Customer doesn't understand the concept of paying for a gift card. So I work in a retail store and during my shift I was working on the till. For most of the day, the customers were normal, some moody, but not bad. Then 2 women with a little girl showed up and they put 3 items on the belt, but let the kid keep a PlayStation gift card. I asked if she'd already paid on the till for the gift card. She says no. I asked if she's paying for it. She says no, she just likes the cards. Then in a much louder voice says, "Is there a problem?" I tell her that she can't just take a product from our store without paying. Policy plus the store gets robbed enough. And she proceeds to huff at me loudly, then take the card out of her kid's hands and smacks it down on the counter saying it's pathetic and telling her kid, "The man won't give us the card, we'll get you one somewhere else." She proceeds to glare at me as she leaves and her friend pays, then shuffled out the door. I know it's not the most exciting of encounters on here, but it's one of my first real entitled encounters in my job, so I figured I'd share. And then we got some extra info here at the bottom. I think I may need to explain a bit more. The gift card was a PlayStation one that costs $10 to activate. My store only sells Amazon, Xbox, and PlayStation gift cards. We don't don't have any of our own. Also, my store policy is clear about taking any property. Even a card they haven't activated is still not allowed, as someone else could have paid for the card. So it's a $10 activation fee for the card. The kid just likes cards. Just get them fake cards. We don't have to go to a store and buy them real ones. I'm sure your kid doesn't mind if they just like the feel of plastic. I think that solves the issue for everyone involved.
Hey guys, just wanted to remind you of all that great merch over at EmKayShop.com. Check out our all-new hoodie. 100% cotton, terry cloth inner lining. It is the comfiest and coziest hoodie I think anyone's ever released. Head on over to EmKayShop.com and make sure you use code BOOBIN at checkout to get yourself free shipping.
Entitled stepmother controlling my life. Oh, this sounds like a Cinderella story. You know what I'm talking about? Didn't she have a evil stepmom controlling her life or something? I don't read books. I don't know. Hi everybody, I'm 16 years old and will be 17 in October. The first time I met my stepmother, I liked her until she moved in. After the moving was done, she wanted to hold a meeting to set rules for my safety. The rules are as followed. I can't have unrestricted access to the internet, 1 hour a day max. I can only invite people whom she's approving beforehand and she never approves. I can only be outside for work and school and on the way home. I can't speak with anyone on phone. Speak in the literal sense, writing is fine. I can't buy anything until she approves. My dad completely agreed with her and said the rules are totally unreasonable. She's also incredibly controlling in other aspects. She made dad choose between her and his sister. She said dad's sister was trying to steal our money. He chose stepmom. She threw out everything that's somehow related to my mom. Furthermore, she doesn't know what privacy is and just barges in when I'm changing my clothes or in the bathroom. I need to wear the clothes she wants me to wear, and despite that I have a boyfriend, she's trying to set me up with her younger coworker. I have no interest in dating him. So yeah, she's really just trying to control everything of this kid. We don't know if this is there's no gender here. I'm assuming this is a teenage, girl, teenage boy. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's no matter what way you slice it, this is an incredibly controlling stepmom. I would say less entitled. It doesn't seem like she seems entitled to anything. She seems like she just believes that if you're a child, you're her property, and you will dance if I say dance. That kind of mood. That sucks. It's hard to, it feels so bad because I know there's people who go through this, and I really think that the whole family needs therapy, you know what I mean? Just a sucky situation. Free school supplies and free lunch isn't good enough. I helped volunteer at a local giveaway for back to school. It was 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We gave almost 1,000 backpacks with school supplies based on elementary, middle, and high school. Had a wide variety of backpacks stuffed with scissors, crayons, notebook paper, spirals, pencils, pens, etc. Kids would choose what backpack they wanted to then go eat, get a haircut, voucher for clothes, and choose a toiletries kit for home. I own a restaurant, so I provided 2 tacos for each child. A sandwich shop provided ham or turkey and cheese sliders and chips. Kids had a choice of water or Capri Sun. Everyone's having a good time, bouncy castles, popcorn, stickers. Then the late moms show up at 1:30. Super pissed. Their precious ones can choose from solid color backpacks instead of cartoon or superhero ones. That's not fair. You should have gotten a bigger variety. Asked why we were so cheap as to buy 16 count crayons instead of bigger ones. It's what the school requested. My favorite was asking why we didn't have pizza like we did last year. They decided to donate quite a bit of money instead of pizza. But our kids are allergic to sliders and tacos, and they can't drink water without getting sick. So, sorry, they can't drink water without getting sick, and they're allergic to sandwiches and tacos, so they can have, they can have the flour crust on the pizza, but not the flour in the sliders or the flour tortillas, or they can have cheese, but only if it's cheese melted on a pizza crust. Silence. Left screaming about how we need to be fired because we didn't do it the way they wanted to. That's, I don't even have words. It's just irritating. They're getting free things for school. The welfare of the child is being considered. That's really all you need. My entitled parents are stalking me to start talking to them again. Hi there. I made a post somewhere else about my parents wanting me to sign a car in my name. Their car in my name, actually. Oh my... All right, understandably, you said no, and it's been nearly 2 years since then, and after cutting contact, my mom has shown up at my old house for my birthday, knowing I wasn't interested in seeing her anymore. She also told her boss about me. The woman found me at my job on accident since you work in customer service. She seemed to feel like my mom lied to her about me when we finished talking. I guess she still told my mom where I worked, so a month later my mom drove halfway across town, brought only water refills, which were 38 cents a gallon, and stood behind me for apparently a good few minutes until I turned around and saw her. I immediately started screaming at her to leave. First she looked annoyed and she ran off and started laughing, so I cussed her out. Honestly, she acted like a bratty teenager and not like a 50-something-year-old woman, as these entitled parents typically do. It's in the handbook. Manager was really cool about the whole thing. Apparently another employee has been dealing with a similar situation with my mom. What? Wait, another employee's dealing with your whack-ass mom? I've talked to a judge at this point in the police. Not enough for a restraining order, but I've been told to file a police report on both the store incident and her coming to my home, which I did. I guess I'm just documenting what's happening now until the law gets sick of the incidents popping up. Well, I hope that works out in your favor. I'm shocked that another employee is dealing with that as well. My mom threw away all my chokers because wearing a choker is screaming that you are a So context. My parents are both ring the bell. We got extreme Christian parents. And they both work for the church. A double whammy. I myself am Christian, but do dress goth because I enjoy spooky things and it makes me happy. Sadly, my mother doesn't agree, but lets it slide since I'm 21. I'm an adult, but still live with my parents due to my disability and being in college at the same time. And as well, just as an aside, if you're in college, it just makes more financial sense if there's no dorm situation to live with your folks. If it's free housing, you can save that money up to, get things set up for when you're leaving college. If there's debt to pay off or housing for when you're leaving college, there's so much there that it makes sense. She was chill with the goth thing, till yesterday when I was looking for my chokers because I was going on a girls' day shopping trip with my friends. I couldn't find my chokers and asked my mom if she knew where they were since I always keep them in my room, and she never goes in due to my bearded dragon and other reptiles being gross to her. That is when she told me she threw them away because wearing a choker is just screaming that you are a who has her legs open for business for any guy. Wow. I don't even have words. Thanks, Mom. Note that I'm in a committed relationship with my boyfriend of 2 years and have no interest in hooking up with random guys or anyone who isn't my boyfriend because, that's what you do. This is where I yelled back and forth with her for a few minutes before going with my friend and ranting to my bestie about it. My bestie got me 2 new chokers, thankfully. Aw, that's nice. And we'll keep them in third place so my mom can't get a hold of any more chokers. I'm still fuming mad about this. So much for my collection of 16 different chokers. Guess I'm gonna have to start again and try to move out as soon as I can after college to escape her taking all my there's no punctuation there, I read way ahead. To escape her and take all my pets with me. I've been ranting to my bearded dragon while writing this as well, and the bearded dragon's pissed. Entitled parent dumped his child in our wagon. So I posted this in a Facebook group and was told it belonged here. I have a new, literally a few weeks old, wonderful W4 wagon. I'm in the UK and it comes with a pretty hefty price tag. I took my kiddos to the park in it and put it beside the bench, just a couple of feet from the swings where my youngest wanted to go. I was watching it like a hawk, like it's another one of my babies. A couple people walked up and pushed it around and tried it out. That was irritating enough, but then a dad walked up to it with his dirt-covered kid and sat him inside it. I flipped out at him, and he actually got offended that I was telling him off. He said his child was tired and it looked comfy. There was a bench literally right next to it. The seat he put him on also had some of my son's sensory equipment on it. We got this wagon literally as assistive equipment for our son who has sensory processing disorder and neurological muscular dystrophy. If it were a stroller or a wheelchair, would this guy have thought it was appropriate? I don't know. But either way, I wasn't impressed. A couple people said he may have been testing to see if anyone was watching so he could steal it. If that's the case, that's just a whole other case of entitlement. I could see that. Putting your kid inside the wagon and being like, my kid was inside it. It's mine. My kid's in it, isn't he? So it's mine. Oh, good day to you. And then just taking it. I could totally see someone doing something like that. Entitled parent tries to take my DoorDash order. We got a real DoorDash gremlin. Not the kind of gremlin where it's, the picture was taken as they stepped outside to grab the order. I'm talking a gremlin who takes the orders. Brief intro. I work for DoorDash, not being able to pay the bills, and that's my only source of income. Normal day going around taking orders when I arrive at a typical McDonald's. I walk up and tell the cashier DoorDash in the person's name, as they tell me they just gave it to the woman that just walked out. Great timing, right? I end up confronting this entitled mother and she tries to play it off, then shoves me. And I mean shoves me to the side. Yes, unethical. But I end up snatching the order and slapping her other hand away. Keep in mind, not too hard from me. And she starts screaming louder than a baby on a plane, and people start to crowd us and she starts sprouting about how I stole her DoorDash order. Her entitled child comes over and she starts calling the police, looks around 16, and once they come, the entitled mother starts bitching and moaning about how I stole her DoorDash order. By this point, I've had to cancel the order, and yes, it was a whole other process from there, but I ended up showing them the order and where she shoved me. Yes, there were cameras, so she was quickly taken care of. Did work out in your favor, Em. Oh no. When you're messing with a DoorDash order, they have like the order name on it and they can say, hey, here's the order name, here's the name on the bag. Can I go now? However, I ended up learning that this wasn't the first time she's done this and asked if I wanted to press charges. So she's a habitual DoorDash thief. I hope we get a part 2 soon. I'd love to see what happens to her. This is a saga I'm invested in.